the dessert?
Yes.
What took you so long?
We picked up a little something besides dessert.
Mom? This is a friend of ours, Leroy, Mrs. Sims.
How'd he do?
Right now, not too good.
What happened?
He's hurt.
Well, I can see that. Come on over here and sit down. Let me take a look at that. Oh, my. How did that happen, Leo?
Leroy, you could say I got in the way of Humphrey's fist.
Howie.
There was a little scuffle, see, and...
Howie had to hit him.
Well, nobody has to hit anybody.
Right on.
I'm surprised at you. I thought you were against physical violence.
I don't dig any kind of violence.
Well, how come you practice so hard what you don't dig, man?
Here, this'll keep the swelling down. Yeah. Well, isn't anyone going to explain this?
Mother, Leroy tried to mug me.
I don't care what he did. He what?
Where my ice cubes go?
He tried to mug me.
And I had to hit him.
Why? Whatever happened to stop thief?
Look, I know I'm opening myself up to a charge of not being with it, but isn't this a matter for the police?
Mother, that's cruel.
Oh, naturally.
Leroy didn't hurt me. It was just an innocent little purse snatching. And why was he after my purse? Probably because he was hungry. Right, Leroy?
You could say I was after bread.
Anyway, Mom, considering what we did to Leroy, we felt the least we could do was invite him for dinner. If that's okay.
Oh, it's fine with me. But now, you know your father likes to know in advance if we're having company for dinner. Where's your father? Look, why don't you all go into the living room and have a little chat, hmm? And Barbara, make me a martini. Or two.
Why? What's going on?
Out.
I'm a stranger in my own house.
Hi, dear.
Hi, sweetheart. How was your day?
It was so great. Sorry I can't rerun it like they do on the TV.
Good, because that'll make it easier.
Easier to do what?
Well, to tell you that we have a dinner guest. And I know how you feel about unexpected company.
Only if they're friends of Howie and Barbara's.
This is a friend of Howie and Barbara's.
How terrific. I think I'll eat in the den.
That's a good idea. And Paul, if you want to go up and change, use the back stairs.
The back stairs? Who is this friend of theirs?
Oh, well, he happens to be a young black chap.
Now, wait a minute. You're not implying because he's black it might upset me.
That's not what's going to upset you.
Oh, I get it now. Howie probably told him I'm an uptight establishment lawyer with all the wrong attitudes, right?
Well, you're getting warmer.
In that case, I'm definitely going to have dinner with this guest and show Howie an uptight establishment lawyer can be just as friendly as an unemployed hippie genius. Leroy, this group can really put it away. So if something strikes your fancy, you better grab it and run.
That's how I usually do.
Where did you and Howie meet in school?
No, Dad.
Oh, how did you two meet?
Pass the string beans, please.
Could I have another chop, Dad?
In deference to our guest, I'll resist that straight line. Where did you say you met?
We haven't had lamb chops in a long time. That's because they cost $2.89 a pound.
You met where?
At the supermarket.
Oh, you live in the neighborhood.
You driving me. Compared to where I live, well, this is fantasy land.
I guess you must have had a pretty rough time as a kid, huh?
Well, you be the judge. When I was 6, there was 9 of us living in one room.
Oh, I've heard of overcrowded conditions, but that's awful.
But then one of my sisters got married. It was worse with 10.
You know, I'm gonna take notes. This could be a great thesis for sociology.
That child gets stranger by the day. As the occasional head of this household, I'd like to know what's going on here.
I guess it's up to me. All right, Leroy?
Okay, but lay it on him slow. It ain't every day I get this close to something that costs $2.89 a pound.
I think I should tell him. Paul, this afternoon, Howie and Barbara went to the market for me.
Fascinating.
Well, when they were through shopping, they went back to their car.
Martha, will you finish? It's getting dark.
Did you tell him yet?
I guess it's up to me. I'm a thief, and pass the mint jelly, please.
Oh, here you go. Thief?
The fact is, Dad, Leroy's a mugger.
You mean a mugger? As in mugger? One who mugs?
You got it, baby. Pass the chops, please.
I'm breaking bread with a mugger?
Oh, wow. Well, I didn't see the bread. Can I have some bread, please?
I see Joe in here.
He didn't hurt me. He was just after my purse.
Actually, I lost control and hit him.
Someday you young people are going to learn that he tried to murk Barbara.
It wasn't anything personal.
Oh, it wasn't? And how do you figure that?
Well, Paul, Howie and Barbara explained that to me. You see, Leroy is just a victim of our society, so what useful purpose would it serve to report him to the police?
Well, that's ridiculous.
Well, don't tell me, tell them.
I can't believe you kids. Your attitude would only lead to anarchy and free meals.
Well, I believe this restaurant just closed. Miss Sims, that dinner blew my mind. Dad, do you mind if I use your phone?
It's over there and I'm not your dad. And if it's a toll call, consider that a payphone.
Oh, you got a wicked wit there, Daddy Bear.
A little slower, please.
Strange. You've turned strange.
Hello, Laverne. Hey, baby, look, I'm at this place, and I want you to borrow some wheels and come by and pick me up. Yeah, what's the address here?
What do you think you're doing?
It's 2322 Vinewood Road.
Baby, it's deuce, tray, and a hard four. Vinewood Road in Fantasyland. Yeah, okay, later. Well, she's always putting me down for bringing her out-of-style threads, so I figure let her come on by and make her own selection.
You're suggesting she come over here and take her pick of my family's clothing?
Right on.
Right off, you mean, before I call the police.
And I thought that you was one of the good guys.
Pardon me for jumping to a conclusion, as we say in court. But is this a stick-up?
Well, man does not live by lamb chops alone.
Congratulations, Howie. And what underprivileged character are we having for dinner tomorrow night? The Boston Strangler?
Paul, try and relax. He'll be gone soon.
Martha, I need a drink.
You've got one in your hand.
Oh, is that my hand?
You answer it, Daddy Bear. It's Laverne, I hope.
I hope it's the National Guard.
Is Leroy here?
Hey, Laverne! Hey, come on in, baby. Hey! Folks, this here's Laverne. Baby, that's Mr. and Mrs. Whitey. And that's Sally who's taking notes on this whole caper for her school thing.
She's majoring in elementary housebreaking. Wait till they cart away our possessions, then we'll see how funny it is.
Daddy Bear comes on heavy, doesn't he?
That's right. And the gigglers are Baby Bear and Dopey. The tall dwarf.
Baby, look, why don't you trot on upstairs and pick yourself out some goodies?
What do you mean?
Well, go up and see what's in their closets that you dig, huh?
You're crazy, Leroy. I just came by here to pick you up. Come on, let's split me.
Now, there's a girl with good sense.
Kindly stay off my side.
Baby, will you go on upstairs and take a look at the clothes?
No, Leroy, it just don't make sense.
You're trying to tell me my job. Just go on upstairs upstairs and take a look at the clothes while I look over the merchandise down here in knickknacks and souvenirs.
Go ahead, girls. Take her up to the second floor showroom. And Laverne, if you don't see what you want, you can order it and we'll deliver it.
Dad, sarcasm isn't going to do any good at this point.
Now, will you get moving?
Well, if I don't do like he says, we ain't now gonna clear out of here. And anyway, I think I'll just do a little window shopping.
And I'll do a little shopping down here. Oh, now look at this. Yeah.
You're not too good a shopper, Leroy. Well, that's just a cheap clock. Oh, careful.
I got a feeling you playing the music without sincerity. Well, just put it there on the couch. We'll start a take-home party.
Take-home pie.
Hey, that's one of them stopwatches on your wrist, ain't it?
This little toy, I got it in a Cracker Jack box.
Well, just take it off, set it on the take-home pile.
You can wear it in jail. It runs real slow.
What's this?
Oh, I got that in a gumball machine. It's silver-plated.
Well, then how come it says Sterling underneath?
I have that stamp on the back just to impress nosy neighbors. I'd be surprised if you'd... The take-home pie.
Well, this is regrettable, but instead of getting uptight, why not look on it as a educational experience, Dad?
You're sick. And don't call me Dad. I'm not your dad. I'm my daughter's father and your husband, and it hurts just to talk about it.
What do you think?
It's not you, honey.
Here's something in pink that might grab.
Well, if you're gonna take that, make sure you only have it dry clean.
Or just send it back and Martha will hand wash it.
Paul, I think in a situation like this, it's better to cooperate.
You know, Daddy, everybody else in this group is with it. How come you ain't?
I'm a loner.
Come on, Leroy, hanging around here is giving me the shakes.
Well, you just taking these two things.
And this.
Oh, you're not taking that.
Your old lady told me she always wears it with this dress.
The necklace I bought you for your birthday? I thought you liked it.
Oh, I never said I didn't.
And why are you pushing it?
I'm cooperating.
You never liked that necklace, did you? I remember when I gave it to you. Instead of kissing me, you shook my hand.
I was just joking.
Take it, she hates it.
Give me back, baby. If it ain't good enough for her, it ain't good enough for you. No wonder. It's gold-plated.
Not only a mugger, you're a blabbermouth. But, Barbara, what are you doing with that? That's my favorite suit.
Oh, cool it, Daddy Bear. I just wanted to give Leroy a shot.
You find something amusing about my custom-made suit?
Oh, it's got cuffs. Cuffs, man. Where you been?
I see nothing odd about cuffs.
Well, cuffs is out. I mean, like, spats is out.
Cuffs is out? In all this time, people have been laughing at my cuffs?
It's the buzz.
At last, the word I know.
I'm escorting your family back into the kitchen. One wrong move from you, and I won't get like you no more, you dig?
Doug, don't worry, Dad. Leroy's aggressions are merely covering his fear. He won't harm us.
What if he does?
I'll be terribly disappointed in him.
Sick. Sick.
Hey, Laverne, make like the maid and get rid of him fast.
I was beginning to think nobody was home.
Well, you know how we always taking our own sweet time.
Got it. Hello, officer. Come in. Come in. I'm Mr. Sims.
Well, there's been a burglary a couple of houses down the street, Mr. Sims. Have you seen anybody unusual around?
Well,
No.
Thanks a lot. I'm just checking the neighborhood.
Oh, just a minute, officer.
Yes?
Have you had your dinner yet?
Yes, thanks.
Well, how about some dessert?
No, thanks.
Oh, tell me, when did this burglary occur?
About a half an hour ago.
Well, it couldn't be nobody we know. We've been sitting here rapping for quite a spell. Right, Papa?
You're right.
Papa?
She's been with the family a long time.
Yeah, and I'm only 18. Give you some idea why I call him Papa.
That's her whole big fault. She can't keep her trap shut. Instead of cooling the heat, she's gonna ignite the fuzz. I don't know what I'm gonna do with that chick.
How about not getting her into this kind of a jam in the first place?
Well, ain't no jam yet. And won't be unless you make a fuss.
Leroy, I can't discuss anything with that in my face. May I have that gun?
You really something else. Ain't you the least bit scared?
I would be if you weren't.
You sure know how to hurt a crook.
Thank you.
I think you're wasting your time here, officer. Taxpayers' time, too.
I sense a certain amount of hostility here.
I've got no call to say that. You are the employee of us.
Well, what's that supposed to mean?
If the badge fits, wear it.
Look, young lady, I know that you're...
Officer, excuse me. I'm so happy you came by. I just saw a man robbing a house down the street. A white cat.
What did he look like?
Well, who knows? They all look alike to me.
Who are you?
I rent a room here, right?
Well,
You rent rooms?
things have been a little slow in my business lately.
Well, I gotta get going. This neighborhood seems to be jumping tonight. Sorry to have bothered you.
That's quite all right, officer. Wait a minute. What am I doing? Officer, arrest this man.
Well, on what charge?
He's the crook. I didn't say anything because he was holding my wife and daughters hostage. But now the dummy went and forgot his gun.
I believe I may just have to move out of this place.
Here, hold it. Here, turn around, leave. Stretch. He's clean.
I tell you, he's got a gun. It's this big, but when it's pointing at you, it looks this big. Martha, what did he do with his gun?
What gun?
There, see, I told you.
What gun?
Dear, are you sure you saw a gun?
I don't know whether to do this for school or send it to the free press.
This man is a mugger, and he had a gun.
You rent rooms to a mugger?
I tell you, he tried to mug my daughter earlier this evening. He admitted it when I was passing the mint jelly at dinner.
You had the mugger to dinner?
I assure you, I didn't invite him.
I did. Well, and who are you?
He's the muggie's husband.
We invited him to dinner to make up for hurting him, and I'm not sorry we did.
Me neither.
Where were you about a half an hour ago?
Well, I give you my assurance. I was where I wasn't robbing no house.
But he is a mugger.
Oh, no, he's not.
Hold that. Let's not have any more of this anarchy. Everybody calm down, and let's talk one at a time. First, me. Officer, it so happens I'm a counselor at law, and as such, I'm charged to uphold the truth. And I will detail the facts of the case exactly as they happened.
Will you swear out a complaint on the mugging?
What mugging?
Now are you saying that there was no mugging?
I'm saying Leroy could not have robbed that house because he's been here all evening.
Officer, I don't think anyone in this house is going to file a complaint. Right, Dad?
Oh, absolutely.
Mr. Sims, when I came in, I asked if you'd seen anyone unusual. Well, I can see now you wouldn't even notice him. If you asked me, I'd flown into a cuckoo's nest.
Martha, how could you?
Well, I'm sorry, Paul, dear, but it suddenly seemed, well, he seems so young, and I don't know, I just don't see myself as an informer.
When you report a thief who's robbing you, you're not informing.
Besides, Leroy has given me his personal promise to behave in the future.
Hey, thanks a lot for not thinking on Leroy, Dad.
I'm proud of you, Dad. You responded like a real human being.
Thank you, Barbara. But I think you should know that what I responded to was the gun which our new maid is sticking in my ribs.
Pardon me for pointing, Daddy Bear.
That's very funny. I'll remember you if we ever run into each other in court. And we probably will.
Mrs. Sims, that dinner was a groove, and so are you and the majority of your family.
Well, thank you, Leroy, and you will give it the old college try, won't you?
Well, the best I can do is a 5th grade try.
Come on, baby, let's not overstay our welcome.
Okay, well, later on, huh?
Christopher, you don't mean you're gonna rob and run. What about you live?
Well, when I eat, I always leave a little something.
Well, that's a step in the right direction. And if you're smart, you'll follow it by taking my wife's advice. But if things go wrong and you ever need a good lawyer, call the public defender.
Well, thanks, sir. So long, Daddy Bear.
I'm not sure. So long, Leroy.
Right on, sir. Later on, Leroy.
Howie, the next time you get the urge to save one of society's misfits, do me a favor. Start with yourself.
Ready? Now say you like it. You know how sensitive he is.
Not a cuff in sight.
You're really marvelous, darling.
Hi, Dad.
What's happening?
Out of sight. Now that I would steal. You really like it? It's down to the bone.
You're going to be the most together daddy bear on your block.
And Dad, Leroy kept his promise. He got a job.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Good for you, Leroy.
Well, it's all how he's doing. He got it for me.
Howie, the chronic unemployable got you a job.
Well, this company advertised as an equal opportunity employer, so I took Leroy there.
See, they needed a black to fill out their color scheme.
Yeah. I beat out a Chicano who was trying to pass.
Leroy, if you hear of an opening for an overeducated, lazy white, please keep Howie in mind.
We can discuss it over the ham hocks and chitlins.
Ham hocks and chitlins.
Yes, Daddy Bear. Guess who's taking us to dinner?